Paul Austin put some slack.
Check it out, Chicago, representing Dtek Cap Crew, Cold Ass Bros, the Windy 101. Check you out.
Yo, what's going on?
What up, though? This is motherfucking Mako.
Yo, this is Al Tamper.
Dtek 1.
And this is the Windy 101.
101.
How y'all doing today, man? How's everyone feeling?
Pretty good.
Warm?
Pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty warm.
We had a cold, hot day in Chicago. It was one of them crazy days where you woke up and it was definitely 20 degrees outside, and it's like 80 degrees outside right now.
Hell yeah.
It was like
I'm wearing a tank top, but earlier I was wearing a knitted sweater vest.
I love
yeah,
it.
it'd be cold and hot up in the shot. You never know.
It's bipolar over here. Just
Our weather be
Technically,
be going through menopause because Mother Nature is a bitch like that here. Moving on. Well, I mean, he's already introduced himself, so I mean, shit.
Dtek.
We should just kick in the door. Tell us more about yourself, sir.
Just not much. You know, I love painting. Anytime I get a chance, I like do graffiti. You know, I do here and there some permission walls, but you know, the live painting and the momentum and the motion of like being intense with like adrenaline rush when you're bombing, it's just a great feeling. You guys know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. I've been there. I've
No idea what you're talking about.
Oh man, I'm talking about like being at a spot, even like before you get there, you jump out, you're like, fuck, I gotta take a piss. And then you go paint up the spot. You never paint a spot where you just like feel antsy, but then you get there and you do the first letter and then everything else flows perfect.
No one here knows shit about painting slappers at 8 o'clock on the afternoon on a Thursday in front of mad people downtown. We don't do that shit here. What days do you like to paint?
Man, honestly, I like to paint anytime, basically when I want to. So it's not like whether it's daytime, nighttime, it's just that feeling like, you know what, I'm about to do this shit and there's nothing that can stop me.
Dope.
You know what I mean?
Do you remember that color jade from Rustos?
Yeah, it was a pretty nice color.
Tell us about your jade tours, because everyone had their jade tours, because that was a color you couldn't find a lot, because we stole it quicker from the
stole it
store.
so much, I don't even know what y'all talking about.
Man, I'm talking about like
Jade, dude.
driving far and trying to go to every mechanic store, every little store that you can find with paint, and not go all crazy bogus where you're like stealing like 30 cans.
Why not?
You take like 4 or 5 cans, you know, because you don't know the spot. So you know, you take 4 or 5, unless you hit up like old school Michaels from like far as fucking suburbs, and you're like, oh fuck it.
You're like, we're going to Michael's in Wakanda where they've never seen Wakanda color.
Wakanda.
No, there's a Wakanda. And it's not just some like hologram like forest area that you gotta like pray and fly into. It's just full of trailer parks and art stores.
I'm talking about going in to Michael's and taking all their Krylons and putting them in their small cart that they have and putting like little like posters on the side so nobody can really see it when you're walking out, and you're walking out through the entrance, and then you're like looking at the minivan like, okay, I'm about to throw this whole cart in this bitch and dip out.
You might as well.
Like,
Yes.
you know,
That takes me back.
Those are the.
I was scared.
those were the days.
Nah, it was. I definitely. We had a different scheme. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I'm black, so. When you go to different suburbs, me?
What the fuck?
Don't let my impeccable vernacular confuse you,
Man, I
sir.
thought you just came from
I thought you
Cancun
were
and
Puerto
shit.
Rican.
Puerto Rican or Dominican. There it is. Insiders. Nah, but we'd go in there and I'd roll around all slowly looking like I didn't know what I want, so then all the people will follow me, but my white friends will go in there and steal all the paint. Not some of it, all of it. Like
See, you always gotta have a
all
white
of
friend.
it. So then like
Just
when
saying.
they notice they're stealing the paint, I just start running for no reason. I have nothing on me except for my balls and my word. But I start running, they stop me, I push people over, they get out the door, and then I run to the car and we out.
Yeah, that's
That's a good plan.
you know,
Gotta
the
use
way
the
it
racist
goes.
card.
My
Gotta use the racist card.
One of my favorite times coming up on like tons of cans was at Walmart. We used to do always like the sticker change, And then eventually one day we're like, yo, we're just gonna grab all the boxes and throw them in the cart. And we went to the little baskets where you put your laundry in. We went to that aisle and there was no cameras, and we started throwing all the cans into like the little like box. We put the top on it, we bought it, we walked out. The little lady's like, can I see your receipt? I'm like, oh, please don't open it. She swiped it, we walked out. We couldn't even carry the little box out the cart because we had to like, it was too heavy. We just had to take all the cans out and start.
So heavy, and we were like all of 5 feet tall.
And what was cool about it is my guy's like, just give me a dub. I'm like, hell yeah, I got like 400 cans for a dub. Here's 40. Like, no.
Dope. Well, Dan, you here in Mexico?
Man, I'm right here and I'm listening, and I just wrote everything down somewhere here. Mostly here. I got it right there.
In the domes.
So y'all don't see me on the next episodes because I went and got a bunch of paint and got caught because I'm slow. But fuck all that shit. I want to know the start. Like what year? How did you start? What inspired you to start? Who inspired you to start? Did your mama beat your ass because you started? I want to know all that shit.
No,
Did your
my
mama
dad
drive
whooped
you
my
to
ass,
stops?
but you know, my dad was always a game banger, so I would always chill with him, and we would move like hood to hood, and I hit up 35th, and 35th was like UB Crew, NMU, EFS,
UBC?
UBC, DTC, TMC. You know, there's just a lot of crews right there, and they would like bust out markers and cans and bust tags, and I'm like, oh man, I don't even want to waste no money on no cans. Like, all I just want to buy is drugs and sell drugs and make money, you know?
Stupid money.
And I don't know, one day I busted a tag and it was over with. Like, I just couldn't stop. I was like, okay mom, can I walk to school? And just bust tags all the way to school, from mailboxes to garbage cans to even the closet of my like class, you know?
Were you late to school?
Man, all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Fuck school.
And I really never paid attention. My notebook was just full of one-liners and tags. I was still trying to figure out what was a burner, what was a fill-in, you know? So I was still like discovering some type of style that I could never like discover. I just drawn, and like just trying to figure it out. You know, my first can piece, I like literally wasted one whole can on just like a little spot right here, and it was drippy than a motherfucker.
You were just holding it there like, I'm doing it.
Super soaked.
Like, what the
Mouth
fuck
breathing
is
and
this?
shit like, yo.
It was like some kindergarten shit.
Hey man, you gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah. So did you start with Dtek or did you start with a different name when you first?
No, it was funny because I started off with a whole bunch of like kind of mechanic names, you know, auto, gear, rims.
Rims.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga, my name's Sprocket.
And I was just like, man, like, you know, my next name is gonna be Benz or something.
Yo, what they call you, man? They call me carburetor, son.
Carburetor.
You know,
I'm young catalytic converter, nigga.
like Cadillac converter. But I don't know. One day I was like, you know, I've always asked a lot of questions. I was young, and motherfuckers like, "What are you, a cop?" And I'm like, "No, I'm a detective," you know. And then from there, I would just like, damn, this name is fucking long, and I switched it up to Dtek, and then I'm like, it's still too long, so then I switched it up to Dtek, and then from there, I just started bombing everywhere, like doing one-liners, catching my bubble letters.
Wait, so you had people's heart rate up, going around like, yo, my name's Detective.
Well, you know, it was crazy because
it's like being like, yo, I write cop. What?
Oh, dear.
yeah, no, it was funny because, you know, later on in the story, there's something against that with other writers with like the name Tech, but I was just young, so I was just going as fast as I can. Like, okay, I live 5 houses down or from my school. I'm just gonna bomb it up, go to the park, bomb it up. Then eventually went to high school. Like, I'm not even taking the bus. I'm gonna walk to school, keep the money my mom gave me for like transfer and lunch, and just like spend it on whatever I want. And I'll just walk to school with a newspaper and the can in the middle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Walking and busting tags.
You learned that from your gangbanging ass dad, didn't you?
No, you know what?
Now some put the tech in here, Dtek. Put the tech in the paper, roll up and spray.
My dad definitely had the tech, but never tag. He would we would go to work and he would just straight go to the hood.
And you go to work.
And I'm like, yo, wait here, we'll be back. Come on, guys, jump in the van. I'm like, oh shit, shit's about to go down, like, you know. But you know, especially in the past, you know, like living in neighborhoods and going to other neighborhoods, but that helped me build myself by going out on the streets and going to every neighborhood and bombing and not being afraid of going to like a dark spot or any hood. So I would go to hood and bomb, and if somebody lined me out, then either I heard of it, somebody told me, or I would like drive past and like, gotta fix it. Gotta fix it.
Gotta fix it.
It was always good to go to different neighborhoods and bombing.
That's dope. That's it makes you all city. Like,
yeah.
You could go to like any neighborhood and just fucking smash north side, south side. That's dope. You're a beast. That's why you're here.
Beastin'. Word. So yeah.
So 1998. You know what I'm saying? I started hitting up the orange line. I had basically orange line. There was just tons of spots on the orange line. I would just travel and hit all the barriers, hit all the freights, hit all the rooftops, and then I started hitting water towers. And water towers were like my main aspect. I'm like, man, it's fucking crazy. Like,
rest in peace of the water towers.
That's crazy because they took off a water tower that had a Dtek on Ogden and Lake, and they never buffed it. They just took it down. I was like, gosh, I hope there's a video out there somewhere.
Fuck you, city.
You know, back in the day, hidden spots was just crazy. Just knowing that you're gonna climb a billboard, not knowing what's gonna happen, walk into the spot, get into the billboard, even like grabbing the little poles to climb up to the ladder and grab the ladder and climb halfway up and just hold on and stop and turn around and like look at the city, because it's a whole different perspective that, you know, not a lot of people get to see. Like, oh fuck, I'm on a billboard and I get to see the city and all these cars look small than a motherfucker passing by, you know. And you kind of almost feel invincible, you know. These guys ever paint like a water tower or a billboard or something like?
With UAC in the beginning, you had to hit a certain amount of water towers to get down, so it was definitely fun.
Yeah, they're pretty wild.
And they told me to hold off.
Whether you know you're prepared.
Every crew I've been in did that.
Like how you want to go up there with gloves or no gloves or just spider webs climbing up it. You know, I've been chased on a water tower and that shit was crazy. Where like I'm just painting it and I'm a tiny individual, so I'm like, man, I'm gonna fucking do this a blockbuster. So I climbed the railing and now I'm making it bigger. I'm like, man, these motherfuckers are not gonna see none of their letters. And
I thought I was the only one.
And I'm halfway done and I look down and the cop's like, with their baton, we see you. And I'm like, oh shit, I think it's time to go. Yeah, and
did you stretch?
No,
You're getting ready to fight.
It was crazy. It was some like Jackie Chan shit. It was like not
jumped all the way off.
He's just
I just got the side and slid all the way down like. Like, oh, I'm like, let's run. We're running up the rooftop. You know, they're on the side of the building, running while we're on top of the building. And I'm like, okay, the building's about to end. Oh wow, there's a whole bunch of freights right next to the building. Like, as I'm running on top of the freights, it's like, it's making these like aluminum noises, you know, like moving heavy. Like, man, I'm kind of chunky. I might fall through this roof, you know. Grabbing the branch and swinging off and landing perfect, and then my guy swinging off the branch, breaking the branch,
Oops.
falling on his ass.
Did you yell fat ass at him?
I'm like, come on, let's go. I just grab him. Like, I'm tired too.
Come on,
Keep running.
fast.
I mean,
Get up, Beckham's. Let's go.
every mission is not safe.
Hell no.
Straight up. It's
It's a
not
lottery,
safe.
man. You never know
Like-
what's gonna happen and shit.
Like, it could go with everything, man. For real, I've been chased by fucking straight bumpers that gangsters just can't wait to catch me. Either shoot me or just beat my ass until I can't move, you know? 5-0 where I juked 5-0 and they pulled out a pistol and I'm like, and dip, like, oh man, don't fucking, it's a spray can, you know?
Getting shot over a chrome.
And I mean, it happens like at a certain time at a graffiti level, like let's say 98 to like 2005, there's Vandal Squad. So like Vandal Squad was like a whole team just driving around and seeing whatever name is up, and they're just like, oh, we're gonna try to catch Dtek. You know what I'm saying? Or whoever else is next, or whoever's getting like crazy ups. Like now, I don't think that even exists.
They try to say they have different people in their respective areas depending on how concentrated the graffiti is.
They ain't got
who pay
shit.
attention to it. But
Yeah.
fuck them hoes.
They ain't got
With a
shit.
spike back
You see
slowly,
that?
no lube,
Man.
not even petroleum.
They try to stop us, but it ain't gonna happen. We ain't never gonna stop. It's an addiction. It's a passion.
We don't stop.
We do this shit.
It is an addiction, especially when I first started. I just couldn't stop. I would get caught and go to jail, and then right the next day, like, I'm gonna go fucking paint a spot and go to court with paint on my hands. Like, yeah, I'm gonna quit. I'll never do it again.
I
And like,
swear,
I
look,
took it to the
I
spot.
swear.
Like,
Look, my girl was just playing with my hands. You know, they had to paint shit. You know, I was like, do that, mommy. I might not come back tomorrow. And she snapped. You don't think she snapped? Look.
Put this money on
It's
my
like
books.
Basquiat. Look at this.
I'm gonna go hit this dope ass spot.
but I always feel like the more you get up, you're eventually gonna run into like either 5-0 or you're gonna run into like somebody that wants to try to battle you. And the battle aspect is fucking crazy. It's like it could be you battling one person, but then he brings his boy in, then his other boy brings his boy in, and then it just gets heavy, you know. And then everybody starts to notice, like, cause it gets disgusting out in the streets. If you agree with me, like
True.
tags lined out, and then there's always gonna be somebody that's gonna try to go bigger and better. And then, you know, there's just dissers that are just gonna line you out and not put a name, you know.
I just call them scared.
My favorite is to like see one of my fill-ins, old school fill-ins, like lined out, and then see like 5 blocks away. Cause if you tag so much, you know if that's a Montana, Iron Lag, a Rusto, or a Krylon flat black. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because it was watered through.
So like, I would like dip off and be like, oh, that looks like the can that lined me up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then, man, I would just go massacre. Like, I had nothing but dollar paint from Walmart. Back in the day was Lewis. Lewis used to sell all the Montanas.
Mm-hmm.
I used to get them off of him. And then all the Russells. That's like a good combination. Like dollar chromes from Walmart, black Rusto, and then a Montana Aura. Like,
Pay attention.
You're not even wrong. I love that shit.
yeah.
I always said blacks and whites, and then some poppin' ass aura, like an apple green or like that like true sky blue. Just saying, that Carolina blue or a good orange. Yeah. But you know how orange is with me now. I'm allergic to orange.
Oh, you too?
So let's talk about a dangerous
Oh,
mission.
look at this motherfucker.
Let's talk about a dangerous mission.
Okay, fine. Tell us about
So-
a dangerous mission. Tell us.
Hold on,
three.
wait. Let's make it official.
Hold up.
Tell us something about a dangerous mission.
Okay, a dangerous mission.
This motherfucker.
You don't know
Ted Koppel ass.
what the fuck's happening. So you're on the roof and you're just painting and you're just like, whatever, we're gonna get this in. Big fill-ins, downtown, and your guys invite you. You're like, fuck it, let's go, we got some cans. So we start busting fill-ins, on the roof, and out of nowhere there's this building connected to the tracks, but then it's got like that little drop, so you have to like jump it and get on top. We kind of found a board, so we just like put the board to the building and walked it. As I'm already finished with my Dtek, all we see is like flashlights. Not just that, we're doing a rooftop a block away from a police station.
There you go.
And
That was a big smile to my face.
flashlights are fucking flashing. I'm like, I'm small, so I just duck, and I'm going behind all the duct work, and I'm trying to find a fucking gutter. I'm trying to find an electric pole to climb down the building, and there's nothing. Fivo finally gets up on the roof,
Damn, they don't ever do that shit.
grab these guys, put them in handcuffs, and all I hear is, "Where's that other dude? He's up here still." And I'm like, man, I finally see like a little tree. I'm like, man, am I gonna fucking run and jump off the tree? I kind of got a little nervous. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. So I sat on the edge of the building, and then I fell and I kicked off the building, and landed right on the tree.
Yikes.
Well, I was kind of scared. I was like, man, I'm gonna bust my balls. Some
Balls are your word, right?
Like a flying squirrel. Like,
some Jumanji. Some I was nervous.
He said some
Dude,
Jumanji.
it was
turned into the
crazy.
jungle all of a sudden.
I jumped and landed, and I hit the
That's how an elephant down there.
branch, and I grabbed it and I dipped off. And then one of my guys called me, and I'm like, man, dude, lucky you didn't come with us, because your ass would have got caught too.
wait, hold on. I got a question real quick before anything.
Oh!
What year did you start painting?
96,
What year did you get your name?
2000.
Who is your favorite bombing partner?
Man, you know what? Me.
That's a good answer. Touche.
Let's see. All right. Real quick. What's your favorite brand, Montana or Iron Leg, or neither?
Montana 94s.
Ooh, like that. Brick or metal?
Metal. But you know what? We started on brick, so we hit a lot of brick. A lot of brick.
Them bricks.
Them brick cities, like,
Brick City.
you know, from brick to steel to wood. You know, sometimes you'll paint some spot and it'll just soak up the wood, and you're like, fuck. Until you come with chrome. You know what I'm saying?
Chrome City.
Some chrome and black.
You can't go, low key, you can't go wrong with chrome and black. It's just like done.
Yeah.
You can
You
cover it
Like-
awesome with chrome. And
I've seen some
with the
fucked
black.
up fills with chrome and black, and I'm like, I ain't even mad.
Yeah. I like
I'm mad because it's a fucked up fill, but I ain't even mad.
because
I feel what you were trying to do.
especially when the sun shines off of it, that's just like, even if you miss a spot, it just still
The glare,
shiny.
yeah.
Yeah, the glare is amazing. Like,
And there's like different chromes too.
I could say that was like one of my favorites to stamp individuals. I'm like, you know what? These motherfuckers are coming off pretty and sweet. I'm gonna come vicious with chrome and black. White shines and a wicked ass aura, you know, a bright aura, you know. It's funny because I'm small, but I'll be doing like some really big shit.
Do you jump a lot? I used to jump.
Hey man, low key, yeah. Like
I used to do a lot of jumping.
I'm about 5'11".
Yeah.
I've never met my man's. Like I met him, not man. It's crazy. And
look
you
at
know,
him standing up.
I say this
Sit
because
down, same size.
you do huge ass shit. It's not. I'm not. You know, I'm not talking shit. It's just man. They're massive. And the one off the highway, where's that one pole where like you're switching?
It's the 55 to the 9094. It's chimney.
Yeah, the chimney. Yes.
It's crazy because I did a big ass 35th on it, but I did an outline, and then it got buffed, and it was like, I didn't think nobody was gonna buff it. First of all, I didn't even think I was gonna go up there.
Dude, our buff is brolic as fuck right now.
Dude.
I'm seeing huge, I almost said exclamation marks, extinguishers getting buffed like like real quick actually, and it's like, yo, it's an extinguisher, fat, tall, and I'll come back like 2 days later and they've already knocked off like 75% of it. It's crazy.
It's crazy because like I'm a bomber, you know. I don't like to do extinguishers. I don't like a lot of scribing. I like to hit spots like water towers, billboards, trains, just line spots. Hit every station, hit every exit of every highway, hit every entrance to every, like when you're going to Chicago, you're like, okay, 55 killed, 9094 killed, 290 killed, train stations killed. It's just like, it's crazy because you have the buff and you paint something and then you paint something, then you paint something, and then one disappears and the next disappears. It's almost like a soldier going down, and then you have to remain strong and go out there and paint some other shit. And you're like, well, fuck it, I have 3 billboards. They took 2 down today. Well, let me go back and at least put another one up, but somewhere else.
You be having connections to your spots, you're like, it's gone.
Yeah, it's sad when you see some spots, like, especially if you don't get a flick of it. You get there and you're like, oh, I knew I should have came right back, or came with a camera.
Word.
Or, you know, it depending what time of year it was when you didn't carry a camera or when you did carry a camera, because it would be like, okay, I'm gonna carry a camera and I'm gonna delete all the pictures and save them to my computer and delete everything and come out with a blank camera. You know, now it's different. You got a phone and shit like that. We used to rack disposables.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, and take pictures and then get, like, you know, whatever daylight or whatever picture it was, that's what it was, you know. It was pretty interesting, and kind of growing up where it was almost transitioning to the new school, you know, because back in the day everything was crazy wild. There was no buff, and then when I started, buff started coming out, you know. And I never was just a regular bomber coming out like instantly. As soon as I started, we were already at war.
Running, huh?
We're at war already. So it was like, okay, well, let's stamp. And I fucking sucked.
Well,
Like,
shit. Tell us about these wars. Where do you want to start?
Man,
Start
okay.
from the first war.
Let's start from the first
And then
war.
come to
Yeah,
today.
yeah. Let's move up.
The first war,
With each crew.
I was hanging out, you know what I'm saying? Man, it was just crazy. We'd bomb and people would get jumped by other crews, and we'd have to retaliate, you know what I'm saying? We would grab cans and go out deep, stamping stuff, but not going where like you're solo, because you never know if the other crew is driving around deep with weapons and shit like that, where motherfuckers will come out with like little socks bats and little crowbars.
Little socks,
Yeah.
man.
I was in high school carrying those bitches. Just it fit right in your sleeve or fit right, you know?
People are getting beat up with memorabilia.
Yeah, dude, like
That's some
like,
Chicago
dude,
shit.
That's a 2005 championship socks bag. You don't want to hit me with that. I'll buy that off you.
Wait. Can I buy that off you?
But yeah, we would like stamp some shit, and then the other crew will come and stamp it. But since we were like low key, like watching them from a car far away or on the tracks, watching them paint, and then they would leave, and they would come back in the morning and take a flick, and it would just not say what they put. It would just be something way different, way bigger. Like their stuff never existed. You know what I'm saying? So it was like just a waste of time. And then, you know, we just catch a lot of heat. So it'd be crew versus crew, and the streets just look terrible, like outlines, tags, and the moment of heat when finally you catch that person, because sometimes it would be like, okay, you're hiding and waiting for them to leave, and stamp it, but then you're just like, wait a minute, he's stamping my shit. So let me start walking towards his direction, and then that's when the confrontation happens where you just don't know what's gonna happen. Either he's gonna run, or he's already called a couple individuals, or he picks up a stone from the floor, or you just talk it out. And then, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, talking happened?
Yeah, I mean, it's happened where, like, I've ran into a couple individuals and they're like, oh, we're better than you, and they'll, you know, stamp it, and we'll be like, well, it doesn't matter because when you leave, we're gonna re-stamp it, and it doesn't matter if it's whack or dope. You're never gonna see any of your stuff. Like, it's just gonna go bigger and bigger. If you stamp me, I'm gonna go bigger. Stamp me, I'm gonna go bigger. Stamp me, I'm gonna go bigger until there's no more to go.
And that's
you know?
the fucking rules, and people don't see that because when people have beef nowadays, it's like, okay, you did a fill, and I'm gonna stamp it with this tag, or I'm gonna line it out, and then, or like, come on, man, you gotta cover that shit.
Put my
up.
fill in the corner of your fill. It's like, no, that's cute.
Yeah. it was a transitioning to like battling with the old school, and then coming into the game as an old school and new school, and then facing the new school, and they just didn't know a proper way to stamp you. It would just be like almost, it just felt like so much hate, where they would just line you out or bust a tag in front of your filling, and like, oh man, like, that's real disrespect. Like,
Whack.
if you're at least gonna follow the rules, go bigger, go doper, you know. And if you're not gonna go doper, just go really big and just take up the whole space. Like, but man, I've met fucking, you know, vandals. I'm talking like
Vandals.
Real
like,
vandals.
fucking vandals that will just fuck up your windows, fuck up everything.
Yeah,
and it's
motherfuckers are
crazy.
trying to get crazy. I mean, it's a battle. Anything goes, right?
Yeah,
No rules,
everything
it's
goes.
fucking free for all.
Like, you go to a restaurant, your fucking favorite restaurant, go take a piss, and then your name or your crew's flipped on the window
That you were sitting at.
So, you know, I mean,
Shit gets real.
it's just one of those things where you're going out there, you're painting, and I feel like streets should always give respect to those guys that are putting art out there. You know what I'm saying? And newcomers kind of sucks because sometimes newcomers are so slow in toys that they just stamp everything, you know? And some crews will send like those people out there to go like stamp.
Cause they're on prison rules. Walk into prison and smack the biggest niggas you know. But unfortunately in graffiti, the biggest niggas are also ready to go to your neighborhood, and they're not locked up.
They're not locked up. And you know, be a small individual like me, I'm like, oh shit, that big motherfucker's walking towards me. I'ma hold my ground. Oh shit, he's getting closer. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Then I spear him. I'm just kidding.
yeah, what are, you know, single leg, take him down.
Single leg. Get the half. Get the half.
Oh, don't tell all your secrets.
Get the
Yeah,
half.
ready for you.
He's like, I put a Uma Plata on him, so you know the last thing he knows what's going on when he knocks out is my balls in his face.
You know, I had to kick somebody in the balls one time. I didn't want to,
Shit happens, man.
but they were way bigger than me, and I wasn't having it. And like, you know what I'm saying?
When you chop a tree down, we never know what we're chopping. You just chop the tree down.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where two graffiti artists were chasing me, and I got a little nervous, so I started running.
No names.
And then
He's real cordial. He hasn't said shit
no
about
names.
any crews.
No
No names
And-
of who he's battling. I don't even know what you guys don't even know what crew he's in.
And I'm running, and I'm like, you know what? I only see one guy chasing me now. I decided to turn around, spear him.
Stone
Kick him in
Cold
the balls.
Stunner.
So if you got speared, comment
And
and be
just
like, that
comment.
motherfucker speared me. Comment below.
Down here and
Over
shit.
Dtek.
That's
But it's pretty wild. Just basically just being on the street, because as soon as you walk out the door, everything is against you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pretty much, you're right.
Everything is against you, and
It's on as soon as you wake up, pretty much.
For you
Yeah.
dedicated graph artists, like, pay attention. Like, he's not playing. Like, he's put in work. He's fought motherfuckers. He's speared motherfuckers. He's climbed shit. He's fucking gone above and beyond.
You got battle scars to prove it.
Oh, I got tons of battles.
Look at that. Like,
What's that?
I got stabbed in the arm.
Damn.
Some dude went to go punch me, and I blocked it, and then I took him down.
that's graph related?
And you know, to me everything's graph related because
He was like, it was a Thursday night on St. Patty's, man. I don't know.
you know
I said throw me up. He said shank. Fuck.
yeah, I guess from battling all the time and seeing my pops going through crazy shit, like, oh, this is nothing. It's just a stab wound. Like, you know what I'm
I'll
saying?
walk it off.
I walk it up.
I went to the doctor like, yo, can I get ice cream? Can you stitch this up? But, you know, I'm just saying, you gotta be prepared for every little thing. You know, you really want to go out there really nice. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, have that mean face and bulk up because you never know when a situation is gonna happen. You know, it could be against gangbangers, it could be against other taggers, it could be against 5-0. Hey man, sometimes civilians get into it too. Like, you're bombing my neighborhood, and you're just like, and it's like, honey, don't do it. And then it's like, damn, your honey should have listened to you because now he's getting his ass kicked. You know?
You're looking at him while you're kicking his ass. That's some shit I would do. I don't know.
And it's just rough, but like I said, you're going out there technically to go make things look raw, pretty, ill, sick, like, and give an idea to an individual that sees it in the past and you're like, yo, how that guy do it? Like, yo, this is in the middle, like, broad daylight where bad people are walking, cars are walking. This shit's from the floor, 6 feet tall, 20 feet long, and you're just like, is this permission? Did he get permission? No, it's just,
Dude, and
it's all
and
legal.
I see that.
Slappers.
That's why I'm a big fan. And I mean, I've been in the game. I put in work. I paint, or whatever the case is. However, whatever you guys want to look at me as.
The
I'm a
things
fucking
kids say.
fan. Whatever the case, I'm a fan. I love graffiti. I love these artists. I love the people that bomb. And I see you painting. Man, fuck your hands. And I'm a dude. And I love what you do, like the big shit. And it's even more doper than like your height. I hate to say it, you know what I'm saying, but your height, and I was like, this motherfucker does huge.
It is
ass
crazy
shit.
how you do huge shit and you're like not a tall guy, man. We've mentioned it a lot of times on this show already. Like, it's pretty amazing. Maybe I should shorten my shit to 4 letters and just go big.
So,
Are you just filling the whole train up and then lining it up? You don't have to get your secrets, but it is funny.
I call it no tops, no bottoms. What I like to do is I start walking. I take measurements with my feet, and I'm like, you know what? I took 20 steps, so then I'm gonna divide 5 to 4 letters. Dot dot dot. Wherever I see a dot dot, the D's in the middle, and then from there I just freestyle. You know, it kind of sucks like spraying the lower part of the floor, but once you're finished, that shit looks humongous. And for me being 5'4" from the floor,
Damn, you're 5'4".
from as high as I can reach, and then if I get like a little jump, or man, if I find a tire or a big rock or anything that I can stand on and just spray up, it's crazy. Like, sometimes I even think like, why don't I just do some wicked styles and do like small letters, and you know, if I start right here, I can only go right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not for me, I don't feel like an accomplishment. So when I go out bombing, I just want to fucking literally destroy. Like, whether it's old, new, it's just like just one of those things. Like, yo, I think graffiti is gonna look dope right there. And then most of the time, what it is, you know, if I hit a virgin spot, it gets buffed, and then like 4 or 5 months later, everybody's hitting it, and so like you open the gates for like other individuals.
Inspired.
You know? Yeah, like either inspired, grow some balls, like, you know, everything is possible. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta want to do it, and just honestly, just balls. That's all it takes.
Like, a leap of faith, man. Just do it. If you want to do it, like, you have it.
Whether you get peeped, whether you still want to paint it.
He's peeped like, got him.
Man, dude, I've been to boot camp, so like right after boot camp, 5-0 pulled up on me, and they're like, freeze, put your hands on the hood. And
Like
I'm like,
jail boot camp or like prison boot camp?
Well, it was jail boot camp, but I never went to jail. And I went there just because my friend graduated. So when I went there, I was like, what the fuck did I put myself through? Like, it was just like, it was rugged than a motherfucker. 5 months of just hell. Like, 180 people on your team, and we graduated with 18 people. You know what I'm saying? So, like, right away, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna start bombing all over again. And the first week, I got chased. I was with first name. Her name was Princess.
Oh.
And she's cool. She was
cool.
A part of work crew, and we were bombing, and 5-0 just rolled up like the grass, and I was like, yo, Princess, go up the hill on the tracks. And 5 was like, put your hands on the hood. I'm like,
you kind of have to though.
As soon as they both got out, I fucking took off. I started dipping. I fucking ran behind like a monument. I ran behind Lindy's Chili. I went through the fucking, it was called the secret alley. It had like 3 alleys together. And then I crossed the street, and I'm like, I'm gonna go by my guy's house and knock on his door and hope he lets me in. And it was the 35th station, and there's only one house on that block, and then it's like a mechanic spot, and then Gomala's. And I was laying down knocking, and nobody's answering, and cops are passing everywhere through the train station, and I'm like, fuck, I'm popped. Like, I just came out of boot camp. I'm supposed to show my mom that I'm doing good, and now I'm fucking up right away, and I still have all this energy because I've ran every day 3 miles.
You're in the best shape of your life. Like, we could do this.
And I'm about to take off again, and I'm laying down, and the door opens, and right away, I start speaking Spanish. I'm like, mi pie, my leg,
faking it.
la gangueros. And the guy, he had like a big old sombrero. He's like, muchos policías. And I'm like, it's para la gangueros. And I'm like, déjame llamar mi mamá. And dude, I fucking called my mom. She parked right in front. I had some pants on. I rolled them up like shorts. I had like a Bill Cosby sweater on. I took that.
Here we go with the
off.
damn sweaters again.
I threw that in a bag, and I looked at him. I'm like, can I use your sombrero? I put the sombrero on. I started walking out, and 5-0 parked right behind my OG's car. And I got in, and we're driving. We turned down 37, and 5-0 kept on going straight. I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was getting chased by 5-0, so hurry up and get the fuck home. Like, and my mom is small.
Where you get this sombrero
So she hit me, bah! And then fucking, I went home, and it was just one of those days, like, I gotta wisen up on the bombing skills, because anybody at any time could be watching. But if you're smart, just do it and get away with it.
There it is.
Well, this has been a fucking great fucking show.
Bangarang.
It's been this fucking shit.
That Windy City.
It's been a fucking pleasure having you. Real quick, what is that shirt about, man?
Oh man, this is
Like, real quick.
Real quick, this is my brother Shorty Torres, Jose Shorty Torres, my younger brother. He's been fighting since a little kid, and finally he hit pro. He's 9-1, and it's like Street Fighter. He's literally going all over the world fighting, and he's representing Chicago, Illinois to the fullest.
There you go.
There it
Another
is.
fucking Chi-Town, homie.
Fisticuffs.
Shit.
If you want to rep some Chi-Town gear, Jose Shorty Torres.
Torres.
Go on teamshorty.com. And all the proceeds of the sales go to all donations to kids to keep them in the gym.
That's right. Fuck the streets, stay in the gym.
In the gym.
Box people out the right way. And what else can they find you at? Like, where can they reach you at if they need some artwork, if they need some fucking help with some dope shit, whatever?
You can find me on Instagram, Mission Dtek 9, and that's it.
That is.
And that's the
That's
motherfucking show.
it. That's it.
We We can't tell you no more because then we have to charge you.
The next time you see me is on a filling on the streets.
Ooh, bangarang.
Bing.
That's Mexico.
And that's Tamper.
This is the Windy.
City. One-on-one.
Yo, this is Al Tamper.
I'm Mexico.
Yo, this is Windy 101. Click all these links around the fucking squares and shit.
Or hit the bell.
And hit the bell. Just hit the bell wherever it is.
Ding.
Tell your moms. It might be cool for you.
What he said.
Killing your feelings with skillings, drilling the millions. Idiots really missing it, son and them and they minions. These silly kiddies plead the fittest with that lip they flapping. Trust we checking shits because Tilly said slap the shit out of them. Up in your crib like it's been ours, I put my feet up. Right after your party where your crew just watch you get stuck up. That shit was only practice, we still call that up and coming. All we do is show up.